8% Hard AF Seltzer is now live in over 2,500 locations across the United States. We're now available in Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee, North Carolina, Ohio, Idaho, Illinois, Michigan, Montana, Oregon, and Texas. Go to hardafseltzer.com today, click on the store locator, enter your city or zip, and find the nearest location closest to you. Welcome to Drinking Bros, presented by GhostBed.com. Yeah, welcome to Drinking Bros, kids. Tuesday, down here in windy Austin, Texas. D'Anthony Hollaway is back. Speaking of wind, dude, didn't you guys have a bunch of tornadoes up there? Were you in St. Louis?
They did, yeah. It was, but it wasn't just St. Louis. I think it was like from Western North Carolina all the way across the middle of the country.
Really?
There was a bunch. Bob.
There was the bigger ones. So St. Louis got hit by a couple that were like legit, but not like terrible.
It was mostly the county and not the city, I think.
It
right?
was, yeah, it usually is. But the Missouri-Arkansas border got fucking smashed. That's where all the storm chasers were over the weekend.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw the videos of those guys, and they were out there, and they said it was going to be bad. Yeah, my Jesse, wife and kids went to California for spring break. They had trouble getting out because of the winds over the weekends. So they had to wait a little bit and kind of dodge it, and they were able to get out. We've had fires here, tornadoes. Oh, my. It's all going down.
Well, even like north and south of where the tornadoes were happening, as far down as here, we're in like south central Texas. Winds have been so high that people are just getting blasted in the face with dust and shit.
Yeah.
It's weird, too. I mean, I guess it hasn't really rained that much this year so far, but it has rained. There's been a couple of torrential downpours, so it's not super dry out.
Yeah,
like last year was super dry.
I was talking about a Ross Patterson Revolution this morning. Like, my car is just covered in fucking dirt, dude.
Yeah, every time it's been like this the whole first quarter of the year. Every time I think about going to get my car detailed.
Forget it.
It either rains the next day or there's some other fucking bullshit.
Yeah, we're all done with that. So forget it. How was Andy Frisella's show?
It's always good.
I know. Like, everybody loves when you guys get together and do shows, and they kind of wait for it. When does that drop for everybody?
It's live on YouTube now.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, just go to Andy's YouTube page. It's Andy Frisella.
Oh, right on.
And they just hooked it up with a bunch of first foreign products.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah,
dude.
Ryan actually came and picked me up from the airport yesterday, and he goes, "You guys should be getting a big drop tomorrow." I'm like, "Thanks."
That's awesome,
Appreciate
man. Those guys are the best in the biz. They even sent some stuff to my kid, and he was wearing it out there.
They have great merch
goals.
too.
Dude, they have the best merch.
Like their athleisure wear or whatever the fuck is really good.
They rock. I mean, they don't have this Gulf of America shirt that I'm wearing here on DrinkBros.com, but whatever.
They were definitely jealous of that.
Yeah, and they should be. They should be. Also, quick reminder here at the top of the show, we're down to 42 days left for the Wefunder. So you can join us and invest in Hard AF Seltzer at Wefunder.com/Hard AF Seltzer. I know I've said at the top of the show for the last few weeks here, but that's it. Once it's gone, it's gone. So join us over there at Wefunder.com/Hard AF Seltzer and join us. Northern Kentucky is opening up. Pennsylvania is opening up. And I think Washington is. I think those guys got really close, man. I've got a conversation with them. Ricky Lawrence out there. I think they bought out the state. For Washington. I think they got real close. We're tallying up the numbers now as we speak.
Julia was axing me.
Over the weekend, Mongolia?
Yeah. If they had hit the number yet, I'm like, well, do you have a list of all the people involved?
Yeah.
Because
that's what I said. I said, hey, give me the list and we'll open up the states.
Yeah. She said something about searching by state, but I think that would be clunky. I don't know if that works.
I'll look.
We can look, yeah.
I'm on the case, Julia. Don't worry about it. All right? But, the new Liquid Jolly Ranchers are selling out everywhere. Everybody's drinking them back there in the back of the studio today. Cheers, brother. I'll bring you up at the end for Drinking Bro of the Week. Just think of your favorite slave owner, okay? Those are the rules. Wait, what? What? That's what Coop said. Coop said we're doing slave owners today. Is that not a thing? Okay.
Grant.
Just checking.
Mine is Grant.
Jefferson's mine, because he actually reproduced.
Grant freed his slave.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Good for him.
It was I believe, wedding gift.
Yeah, it was a wedding gift.
Good for
He's
him.
like, nah, I'm good.
So is that like, the slave was a wedding gift? I thought you meant he freed them as a wedding gift. Because that made me
better.
that made me think of Godfather 1, where you can ask anything of me on this day. That's what I would have asked.
Sure.
If I was like, if Don Corleone had been in the old world and it had been the middle part of the 18th century, I would have been like, okay, it's your daughter's wedding. He's like, yeah. I'm like, all right, cool. So free me.
Free me? Can you free us
Can
as
I
slaves,
go,
or
can I get the fuck out of
can I
here?
do whatever I want? Can I check out that 2 o'clock of Dune 2 IMAX? Can I do something like that?
It's worth a shot, to be honest, because one, it's an honor-based culture, so he's honor-bound to do that. And two, even if he didn't, it would still be kind of funny.
Yeah.
When you're a slave, you got to find those moments.
You really do. It's all about the moments.
So.
Speaking about being freed, great segue here. Elon Musk has freed those 2 astronauts from that space station up there.
Yeah, but when the New York Post wrote a story about it, they conveniently left that part out. Like the headline was, "Oh, astronauts finally coming home." I'm like, okay, well, why are they finally coming home?
Poster Times.
Oh yeah, was it the New York Post or the New York Times?
Post.
Really? Interesting. Pull it up.
The Post has been getting weird lately.
So I watched these guys getting out of the thing because they've got cameras everywhere at the ISS, and you've never seen 2 people happier to leave a goddamn spaceship than them. I was unaware they were only supposed to be there for a week, and it's been a whole goddamn year.
It's supposed to be, what, 8 days, I think, total?
8 days.
Yeah.
It's been a year, dude.
Well, it's been 9 months, which is the better part of a fucking year.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I mean, you got to wonder, obviously, for the man, it is what it is. For the woman, like, you go a couple weeks without your woman maintenance and it starts to show pretty quick. A dude, we use the same wash from our toenails up to the tops of our heads.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
Women, it's quite a bit more to take care of a woman's body. So I feel bad for her. Although she's a nerdy science person, so I don't know if she even cares about that.
No, she does, actually. So I said this on yesterday's show. So right there, Bob, pop that picture back up right there. Okay?
Yeah, you can.
This is
when they left.
Right
Before,
before they
yeah.
went to space. Now, she was dyeing her roots, which every woman does, even some dudes, wink, from time to time. And with that, Bob, if you can show her now, like, dude, she's been up there so long. Obviously, there's no dye in space. There's no hair dye in space. So her hair is half gray now.
Yeah.
And she just wants to get the fuck out of there, bro. So
Yeah.
I understand.
I enjoy these people, astronauts, by and large. There's a couple of shitty ones, like Mark Kelly's a fucking retard.
Yeah. By the way, we talked about this on fake news yesterday. So he trades in his Tesla and he's like, fuck Elon Musk.
And gets
man.
a V8.
Yeah. Gets a V8. So no more EV for him. And then Elon immediately goes up and grabs these 2 fucking astronauts.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's we're seeing this in real time, how most people in politics, not just the left, but especially the left, have no first principles at all. Because they spent the better part of the last 20 years saying, if we don't stop the emissions, the Earth will end by 2050, right? And that number's moved a little bit as they've been incorrectly predicting it. But the latest is like, by 2050, it's over.
Yeah.
It's over. I mean, it was 2000. There was going to be a global freezing event by
Sure.
2000. That never happened, obviously, and blah, blah, blah. It's gone on since then. And they passed legislation that forced compliance. There was a 2030 or a 2035 deadline, depending on where you are, for mandatory EV, right?
Yep.
And because Elon hurt their feels, he gets rid of his EV and he goes out and buys a V8, the least fuel-efficient car that exists on Earth.
Doesn't even pivot to like a Rivian or something
Yeah,
like that.
like go get a different EV, motherfucker. There's a bunch of them now.
You got a V8, dude. I'll put it this way. So we had one because we flip these trucks every year for tax reasons. Even I was just like, God damn, this is expensive just to keep up with the gas.
Yeah.
I love it. I love a V8. It's great. It's powerful.
I'm only driving a V8. I don't give a fuck about the environment.
I don't either. However, gas-wise, like, it'll really fucking drain your wallet.
It's a pain in the dick
damn,
sometimes,
man.
yeah. But gas is coming back down now.
It is.
But yeah, this shows you how they don't actually care about any of these things. We've talked about this many times over the years with Newsom saying that we're all going to die from the virus. Then he goes out unmasked to a fucking restaurant.
Yep.
You know, and he goes, "Oh, it's just for the plebs."
But that restaurant is so good. It's worth getting.
going.
It's worth dying for.
I'm going in May.
Are you?
Yeah.
That's worth dying for.
Yeah.
It's a hard res to get, dude.
Not if you know the right people. It's actually quite easy. The French Laundry is difficult to get a reservation at because they only open up reservations that month on the first day of that month. And you have to book your reservation on that day. And if they're filled up, they're filled up. That's the end of it.
Okay.
Right? But, if you can If you know the people that own the place, then it's a lot easier. I guess.
Yeah, it's easier.
But anyways, yeah, it just shows you how completely morally bankrupt all these people are. They didn't actually care about that. They didn't care about black people. They didn't care about people that needed welfare. They didn't care about any of this shit. They didn't care about gay people. They never cared. It was just a way to keep themselves in political power. That's literally all it was. And then with the so-called clean energy shit, that was only a grift to steal money from people and get control over them. That's literally all it was, ever. So if you don't see that now, after these this is the most egregious version of it, I think, with pivoting away from these. And it's, again, Bob brings up a very good point, that they didn't go get a Rivian.
No.
They didn't go get any of the other litany of
Prius.
EVs available. No, he got a fucking V8.
Yeah.
I'm getting a Chevy, man.
Well, fuck it.
Because they're trying to like reestablish that they're dudes now. Like, no, you're not. You guys are all gay as fuck. By the way, speaking of that, Bob, go to my Twitter really quickly.
Well, real quick, Bob,
Yeah.
pop up that picture you had. So there's her now. So there's her hair right there. She looks like the bride of Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Now, and God bless her, because
American
look,
hero
man,
right there.
Exactly. Like, dude, the last thing a woman wants to do is have you see her roots and all that other shit. If you got any relatives or wives or anything else. So God bless her. She just wants to get off the goddamn ship. But yeah, Elon sent that up. Luckily, they hopped out of there, and they're supposed to land around midnight tonight.
Yeah, and I can guarantee you two things. The first thing she's going to want is probably a spa day, and the first thing he's going to want is a cheeseburger. That's the difference.
And a beach.
Probably a beach too. Yeah, that's
a beach.
That's the difference between men and women.
You know, but good for them. The one shock here before you go to your Twitter is now they replaced them with some other crew members. One of them was from Russia. Are we still working with Russia in regards to space? I know Trump had a phone call with Putin regarding it.
It's the international space
We've
station.
never stopped working with Russia. There's always at least one Russian and one American crew
There's
on the
a
ISS.
Japanese guy right. There's a couple flags that came up on the ship on that video, but there's a Japanese guy right here.
Usually a Chinaman too.
So even during a war, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, but they have to fight on the space station.
okay, is that how it works?
Yeah,
but it's
I was
all
always curious.
It's
about
all
that.
tickle fights though.
Tickle fights
Yeah.
and giggles.
In that vein, if you got onto the International Space Station, how much time would you spend when you first got a moment alone just watching your penis float in anti-gravity?
And that's all I would
That's
do
all
the
I would do.
entire time I was there.
That's all I would do.
Just watch it sort of just float around
Yep.
like it's in a pool.
It'd be the best, man. It'd be the absolute fucking best. And then you gotta, sleep in this ship with these fucking dirtbags for how long? How long are these guys there for? Do we know?
At least what the usual shift is.
Because, it was supposed to be a week. And if I'm the new guys who replace them, I'm like, hey, y'all got this shit figured out, right? Before we give you our other ship, like, you guys
I would
are-
certainly go up there planning on being there indefinitely.
Right.
To be honest.
You kind of give away your life going out into space. Like, there's no guarantees you're getting back.
Yeah.
6 months is the typical thing. By the way, in that vein, before we get into this story, I just want you to know, obviously, we're doing a bracket through MyBookie and also a bracket to win a jersey.
Yep.
Elon Musk on Twitter. Twitter has a bracket this year, and if you get a perfect bracket, you win a trip to Mars.
Shut the fuck up.
Nobody wants that. If it was to the moon, maybe.
If it was to the moon,
Mars
to
is 9 months.
Yeah.
There and back.
Do you remember that?
But you're not
fucking
going back.
100 people
No.
that signed up for Mars One.
Oh, yeah,
It
it
was
was
total
thousands.
5,000.
Yeah, thousands.
5,000 people that
But
had signed up
They
for that.
selected 100 people, and it was a total fucking ruse, right? So imagine if your wife or your husband signed up for that to get away from you and your family, and then they're like, "Oh, just kidding. This was never serious."
Yeah. So sorry about it.
What if you signed up for it because you knew it was a ruse, and then the jump out boys show up and throw you in a fucking van like you're a Ukrainian dude heading to the front lines? Like, hey, you signed up to go to Mars, brother. You should have read that fine print.
I think if you do,
Fucking
if
great.
you
They
do
fucking
get a-
old school him and throw him in the back of a van.
Yep.
I think if you do get a perfect bracket on Twitter, you should be forced to go to Mars. Like, it's a contract you accidentally sign where you guarantee you will be a body on Mars.
I missed the $1 billion bracket.
Well, hey, you know they took that away, by the way, this year, because they think this year is going to be the easiest to pick.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
This year's
they
gonna be
they
It
did.
never is. No, you're never going to get March Madness down.
So I guess Warren Buffett said statistically this is the year that he's worried about it. Because it's Warren Buffett who always does it. And because the SEC has been so dominant, it's hard not to imagine that they don't steamroll these other teams.
It's
So
only
we'll
going to
see.
be me with High Point to the Elite Eight.
Yeah. I mean, that's probably going to end tonight, right? Is High Point playing tonight?
No, they have a real bid.
Oh, good for them.
Yeah, the games tonight are St. Francis at Alabama State, which is that an HBCU?
I believe
Might
so,
be,
yes.
yeah.
I think it is. And then UNC at San Diego State. Those are actually two pretty decent programs historically.
Yeah.
They just happen to be playing. That's a ratings.
I'm
move,
all in.
for
Oh,
sure.
yeah. I'm all in for that.
And so is this tomorrow night is Mount St. Mary's at American University. Those are just two good mid-major teams that are trying to get in.
No. One of them is not. St. Francis is under 500. They just won their conference
No,
tournament.
Mount St. Mary's is 22 and 12.
Yeah, the other one is
Yeah,
under
but
500.
the
No,
other one is
American
under
University.
500,
I'm talking about tomorrow night's game. Not tonight's.
yeah.
So Mount St. Mary's and American University is two decent mid-major teams that are trying to get in. And then Xavier, Texas, that's another fucking ratings play.
Yeah.
There's probably two teams that should have been ranked below Texas, right?
Texas shouldn't have probably made it. Neither should UNC.
I mean, they're
so-
19 and 15, and in conference they were 13th though. I mean, they're 6 and 12 in conference, so no, they probably shouldn't have made it. The only reason they got in is because of fucking ratings. Huh. And North Carolina is a better choice. They're 13 and 7 in conference. I didn't look down all the schedules and results and shit like that, but from the major conferences, Texas seems the only one that probably shouldn't have made it, to be honest. Which. It's the largest campus in America, so they're going to make it.
Yeah,
You know
they're
what
going to
I mean?
make it.
Unless
We're
they're
getting
like
some
fucking
ratings
0
here.
and 30, they're going to make it.
We're getting some ratings here. What was on your Twitter, by the way?
Well, I was talking about how the left is trying to like come back and be manly and shit. You remember it from the campaign, right? They're redefining manliness.
Yes. Masculinity.
What was masculinity? Yeah. What was Doug Emhoff with his rolled up jeans and crossing his legs like a lady?
Oh, yeah.
Getting the nanny pregnant, which I guess is masculine to some degree. They're just all redefining manliness, and then when they tried to double down on it, they sent those little 19-year-old twinks out and David Hogg.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we're dudes now. And now Tim Walz, who was their fucking poster boy for all that, is...
Well, Walls Deep is running. He wants to run for president. You
it
know
sounds
that, right?
like, yeah, so...
He said he wants to run.
He posted, yeah, he's running
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
He posted this, or not posted, he said this on Gavin Newsom's show.
How many shows is Gavin Newsom doing here? I mean, because they keep
he's
popping
doing
them
one or
up.
two a week, I think.
All right. Pop this up here. Let's see it.
Fight it. This
I
notion
think
of
I could
tax.
kick most of their ass. I do think that if they wanted to. I know I can outrun them, but I don't know if we're going to fall into that place where we want to. Okay, we challenge you to a WWE fight here type of thing.
This
How do you
notion of
fight it?
This guy's not kicking anybody's ass.
Yeah, so Tim Walz is talking about Trump supporters and that he could kick all their asses. He says, I think I can kick most of their asses. That's great. Tim Walz, I challenge you to mutual combat under Texas Penal Code Section 22.06. Bring your bitch ass down here and I will twist you up like a pretzel and use your tears to water my fucking lawn. Fuck you, you gay little bitch. You've never done anything manly in your life. When it came time for you to actually go to war and serve your country, you bailed out to go be a fucking government stooge. Fuck you. Just, if anybody wants to pass this, if you know Tim Walz or you see him in public and you want to play this video for him, screen record it on your phone and show it to him. Fuck you, Tim Walz. Come to Texas and I'll beat the fuck out of you.
He went over to the east, right? He spent some time in China.
Yeah, he spent his honeymoon there.
What if he learned some like touch of death shit?
God, that'd be great. Wouldn't it?
Denmark, yeah, he can Denmark these nuts.
Five-finger
How about that?
death punch type shit there.
Well, that's a band.
Yeah, but that was also in, what was it, Kill Bill?
No, that was that Five Finger or was it just Denmark? I don't remember.
I don't remember. But yeah, you just was like the five.
I prefer the one where you make somebody shit their pants, like in Hot Rod. What he did to Ian McShane, remember that at the end? He
Oh,
makes him
yeah.
shit his pants.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
I like that one way better.
I like that a lot. Yeah, I mean they're trying to redefine the party. Is the problem though is like then you have an Ilhan Omar go on and talk about being un-American and all this other shit. Like we chatted about this yesterday on fake news. It's like there's nothing you can do at this point, in my opinion. And to even this Elon Musk shit, I don't know if you saw it, like the Dallas airport, somebody got caught keying a car.
Yeah,
and now they're getting
do
prosecuted.
people not
and
know?
arrested.
Do people not know that with the security feature active on all Teslas, that there are cameras on the fucking side
Every
windows?
square inch of that car, dude. Yeah.
There's cameras on the side windows
Yep.
that look down the entire front and and back of the vehicle.
So all these people are getting arrested right now, and they're shocked by it. The videos that people are posting online, though, from their Teslas are really funny because it's everybody you think that it is, right? Also, to assume that it's just Republicans that own Teslas is hilarious to me. In Los Angeles, every motherfucker owned a fucking Tesla out there, dude. Last time I was out there, I saw fucking 2,000 Cybertrucks driving the streets, and I can promise you that they weren't Republicans out there. So all these screenshots that are coming in here, I mean, and now the fires. So right now, as of 2 hours ago, there's fires investigated in Las Vegas and Kansas City on 2 Tesla dealerships there. And so they're working on that as well, which is also fucking hilarious, dude. Like the fact that you're willing to go to prison to burn a Tesla and then talk about your hatred for Elon Musk on Twitter, which is another app that he owns, is also fucking hilarious to me. All these guys.
I mean, it's just this is a problem with the broader leftist movement in America. I don't know if you saw, but Batyungar Sargon, who's been on the show before, she's the deputy opinion editor at Newsweek. She's a leftist, but she's a MAGA leftist. She said that to Bill Maher. She's like, I'm a MAGA leftist. I believe in making America great again, but I want to be on the left side of it with reasonable people who are leftists, right?
Yeah.
Like we handle the leftist side and they handle the conservative side of it, but we all want to fucking make the country as good as it can be. That should be the goal here, not just to fucking attack each other all the time. And it's like, cool, man. When are we going to do that? When's the left going to wake the fuck up? Because they seem to be just doubling down on all the stupid shit. And now it's getting to a point where they're just kind of openly saying things out loud. And it's like, you may want to fucking dial it back, bud. Like, you're not making a whole lot of sense. Bob, go to your fucking messages there and click that first one and play this interview, this segment that Chuck Schumer did on The View. It's insane. The fact that he's saying this shit out loud it's almost like that Obama moment.
Is this today?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's almost like that Obama moment. It's like, you know that business you got, you didn't build that. Like, okay, buddy. That's not going to be very popular with most Americans.
All right. Let's see that. Let's see.
Play this
Chuckles
stupid
here.
shit.
You know what their attitude is? I made my money all by myself. How dare your government take my money from me? I don't want to pay taxes. Or, I built my company with my bare hands. How dare your government tell me how I should treat my customers, the land and water that I own, or my employees? They hate government. Government's a barrier to people, a barrier to stop them from doing things. They want to destroy it. We are not letting them do it, and we're united.
Are you fucking kidding me? What the fuck? That was the best advertisement for libertarianism and tarring and feathering that I've ever seen in my entire life. I don't understand how you could be that, after crushing defeats.
Yeah.
Like, the Trump re-election is the most insane political revival in the history of this country. Nothing like that has ever happened before. Nothing even close to that, where somebody's been targeted by Congress and the judicial system and the fucking Department of Justice and all this other stuff, and still come back and fucking not just win, but crush these people.
Right.
And then what's their, like, oh man, what do you want to do? Just keep your own money? What are you, like, yes, you fucking idiot. And then he goes on and doubles down on it. Like, what are you saying? The government's like an impediment to doing whatever you want? Well, we're not going to let you do whatever you want. Okay. Well, if you want to throw down, we can throw down, son.
Yeah.
Because I'll smack your bitch ass too, you little fuck.
It's trying to justify what you do for a living where you don't really do that much.
Yeah. He's never done anything. He went to law school. He's like Joe Biden. Went to law school, immediately into government.
Yeah.
Joe Biden was 29 years old when he entered Congress. He never had a real job. Not one real job in his entire life. And speaking of never having a real job, Jared Taylor's in the chat.
Is he? Happy 40th birthday,
and it's
Jared
his birthday.
Taylor. Shit, man. So we were supposed to do the show live from his house today. And I said, hey, we'll come down, hang out, and have a fucking party for you. And he's like, nah, I got to go to this. He's doing something with BRCC, I think. And then his girlfriend lives in the Netherlands. So have you heard the latest about this?
I don't know about all that, but I know he's heading over there.
Yeah, so his girlfriend lives in the Netherlands. He has a bet
with Dove from Black Rifle Coffee.
Dove originally from Nitro Circus, now
Correct.
Black Rifle, yeah.
So the bet is that he can get a hand job inside the Anne Frank house. And if he does, to completion, and there's evidence of it, Dove is going to get a specially made tattoo that says Hand Frank with what's the candles? The menorahs? Yeah. And it's a...
But it's a hand that looks like a menorah?
No.
Give it a hand job?
Yes, it is a beautiful design here. If he's in the chat and he says he agrees to it, I'll show it on screen.
Yeah, Jared, can we put that up on screen?
Ask him if it's okay.
He's in here for sure.
And if he says yes, then we're all in, and I can text this to you because he did farm this out to get the design for the hand job.
Was it Jay that did it? Because
I believe so, because it's super nice. So if he says yes, Bob, I'm going to text it to you. That way you can pop this up on screen. The problem is I've never been to the Anne Frank house, so I don't know if there's a spot where you can get jacked off over there.
He says show.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
So
Bob,
there's
I'm going to text this to you right now.
I think there's actually an attic.
No, I know there's an attic.
No, I'm kidding. I don't know if there's an attic or
There
not.
There is. It's above the thing. So I've
What do
seen
you mean you don't
inside
know
of
if there's an attic? It's where they lived.
Yeah, I've seen inside of it.
Is it her actual house? See, I didn't know that.
No, it's
an
the house
attic.
she hid in.
Yes, it's the house she hid in. So
Well, that's what I mean. Yeah, I didn't know that it was the actual house. I thought it was just like a memorial place or something.
no,
like that.
so it is the actual place, and I heard it's small, but we'll kind of go through the lay of the land, so to speak, here in a minute. But Bob, I just texted you that tattoo. Let me know if it's come through here, because he's convinced he can do it. My thing is, though, if you got arrested mid-crank at the Anne Frank house, like you're the guy who tried to get jacked off at the Anne Frank house, what does that do for you the rest of your life?
I think the Dutch are going to be very chill about it.
No, they're definitely not. Nor is the international community.
You don't think so?
Well, I mean, maybe the manosphere and the conservative right now would be, because they all hate Jews. But
Okay, so there's the tattoo that he had made for Dove to get there, and it's called, obviously, as you can see on screen there, the Hand Frank. Beautiful design there. I'm assuming that's Jay. He did a great job. I think that would look great on virtually any body part there. Now, Bob, go inside the Anne Frank house and see if there's a spot.
yeah,
where
is there
you
a
can pop
virtual
one
tour
off.
where we can game plan this right now?
That's what I'm saying. So I kind of want to do some logistics here.
I don't
Piss
think
poor
he-
planning leads to something.
I don't think he's the first person to come in the Anne Frank house if he does.
Well, not since it became a memorial. Though. That's
Exactly.
what we're talking about.
Like there was family members, obviously, but
I
you
think
know.
if we thought of it, it's happened.
I don't know, man. Like I'd have to see it. Like let's see the inside of this fucking thing. Just go to Google Images.
No, I'm on. You can get like a fucking virtual tour.
Oh,
I
virtual
think.
tour of this. Okay, great.
Yeah, so
but do
here-
they
this
let you
is-
in here?
Yeah, I think so. Here's a nice little room.
All right. So can you shut this door then and get jacked
Yeah.
off?
So what I would do is I would get one of those like metal door stoppers, just like a little triangle,
Yeah.
right, and just jam it under the door. And they can't prove, unless there's a camera in there, they can't prove that you were getting jacked off. All they can prove is that you were in there and you weren't supposed to be. And all they can do then is kick you out.
Yeah, because the museum doesn't count. That doesn't count to me. It's got to be inside the attic.
Yeah.
Oh, in the attic. Well, now that's
the place.
That's
right?
going to be a larger, like, open space. I don't know if you can get away with it up there.
Not sure. How is it blocked off? When you go to Google, is there ropes? Like when I went to Elvis's house,
I
for
found
example.
It. This
you
is
got
where
it.
it needs to happen.
Okay, where's it at?
I think there's
behind
a-
in the bookcase.
There's a bookcase that opens.
Holy shit!
So you need a third party
to block that bookcase.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is doable. Actually, Dove might win this bet. How big is it? Did they give you dimensions of
It's
the Anne
not-
Frank house? I've never been.
I mean, it's like a normal mid-century European house, so pretty small.
So tiny.
It looks small, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know that you can pull this off. Actually,
Well, if anybody can, it's Jared Taylor.
I mean,
It
there is
is-
also a bathroom.
Jared Taylor's the Michael Jordan being a piece of shit.
yeah. Let's see that bathroom. Is that writing on it?
Yeah, it says, look up. And then there's a dick on the ceiling and it says, you're gay.
Man, was that the shitter that they had to use too? Fucking A, bro. Imagine if you had explosive diarrhea and, they were just like, keep it down.
It could
Just
be-
keep it the fuck down, dude.
It could be one of those toilets where you flush yourself and it's a portal into the Ministry of Magic, like Harry Potter.
Could be.
Did they have that in the Netherlands?
Yeah, there are certainly wizards in the Netherlands.
See.
I don't know if they're probably more likely to attend Durmstrang.
He should also take a deuce in this toilet.
Yeah. I mean, I deuced in the White House. It was nice. It was Van Buren's bathroom. Beautiful mahogany wood in there, too. Like one of the best bathrooms I've ever been in my life. But here, Bob, I don't think that door actually shuts. It appears it's just open.
Bring your own door.
I think it's just open, dude.
Just show it. Here's what you do, bud. Show it with your own door and a construction hat and a fucking road guard vest. Nobody will say shit. They'll think you're
Frank house?
They'll think you're there to do maintenance.
On the Anne Frank house?
Yes. Yep. It works no matter where in the world you are. That works. It always works.
I don't know.
If you show up with a fucking tool bag and a fucking helmet or a fucking road guard vest, a reflective vest or something like that, you can get in. Gary proved it. They just walked right in.
Well, that was ACL. That's a big place. This is very tiny.
Yeah, just say you're there to do construction. I mean, you're going to have to learn Dutch.
What's underneath? So what's under, we know about the attic. What's underneath the attic? Is there a public restroom at least? Because as long as you're in the house is the bet. So as long as he gets jacked off in the house, but he's got to be inside the house is the problem.
We should have taken the time to have Jared and Dove come on, but he's leaving tomorrow, so it's too late now.
There's a wheel-chair accessible restroom in the Anne Frank house. So.
Okay, and where is it? Downstairs, obviously, because of the wheelchair.
Do they have like a family
Just a guess
restroom
on that one?
Yeah. Oh yeah, you could definitely do it in there. There's all kinds of
rolling.
Oh, look at this.
Shit, yeah. Okay, so is that downstairs in the house?
I think it's got to be first floor.
It's like an extension. Really.
I'm sorry, Bob. Are you on? Does that say Able Amsterdam with the wheelchair? Okay.
Yeah.
Able is that ableamsterdam.com?
I hate that.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that.
So that's the best plan of attack. He has to go in a wheelchair.
If you're in a wheelchair with a shawl on your lap,
yeah.
Now you've hidden your boner. So take some pills to get that boner going.
Blue Chew.
That way you don't have to get fluffed up when you get there. You're already ready.
Yeah. Is he still in the chat? I'll call him live on air.
Yeah, call him. Jared, he's going to call you.
I'm going to call you live on air here because I think this is the only shot you got. What's the rest of it look like, Bob? Let's find the interior shots. Just go to Google Images and pull this up because that's the only place that I see in there. And then will they let you go two at a time?
We've got a Jimmy Long in the chat as well today.
Oh, shit. The original Brosman. There he is right there. Cut to the wide. That's
see that?
Brosman.
You see this fucking statue right here?
Boom,
that's Jimmy Long.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Jared. So we're going through the Anne Frank house here. Your only shot to pull this off is inside that handicap restroom.
I think behind the bookcase is still in play.
But also, too, the problem is I know some of our lovely drinking bros are going to find it hilarious by sending that to the Anne Frank house. So there could be wanted posters before I even get there.
I don't think they're going to put your face up in the Anne Frank house. Like, I think that's kind of sacrilege there because you didn't die in the Holocaust or anything.
Yeah, but if they warn them that we're coming.
Oh, gotcha. There's a target on your back that you're going to jack off in there.
Wait, who? Well, the target is what you're jacking off on, too.
Yeah. And so you're not doing the jacking, by the way. It's your girlfriend, correct?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, great.
And I'm going in disguise now, so I'm going to need a mustache.
Does this have to be to completion?
Yes, it's got to be to completion.
I mean, yeah, I think it has to.
So I'm going to be honest with you here, man. Looking at this layout, which we've got on screen right now, it's going to have to be in that handicap stall. But then I think Dove might bitch at that because you're not going to be in the attic. I don't think you're going to be able to get in the attic and get jacked off up there.
Dan's right. I think I go in a wheelchair.
Oh, if you go in a wheelchair and you tell them you need a moment?
I've got to. But then it's like I need her to come in with me because I need help.
Oh, into the stall. Yes, correct. And I think that's your only bet, man. This place looks tiny, Jared. Sorry, man. You might be getting that tattoo. How many days? What's the bet here? How many days do you have to do this?
He's going to be in Amsterdam for 10 days, and he's going to go every day.
It essentially is, if I do it, he gets the tattoo.
Okay.
That means you've got the rest of your whole life to do it then. There's got to be a time limit somewhere.
I'm planning to do. I mean, honestly, we should all be there for this. Like,
No.
if you and Dan cause a scene in the attic, we could get it done.
No.
No, Jared, we don't want to fly to Amsterdam to see you get jacked off, bud.
At the Anne Frank house.
Yeah, we're not doing that. That's stupid.
Like, that's not on my bucket list. You know,
it's not on
today's
anyone's
your
bucket
birthday.
list.
Yeah.
I guess you guys don't care about content.
It's a trip to Amsterdam. How's Dan complaining about a trip to Amsterdam?
If you're paying, then we'll go.
Yes, if it's first, I'll go. I'm not sitting coach to Amsterdam. And yes, I will go to the Anne Frank house and watch you get jacked off if you fly me first, okay? I'll pay for my own hotel.
Yeah.
But that first class flight is pricey.
You know what? And we need to pick a good day, like a good holiday to do it on.
Well, I would say her birthday. When's Anne Frank's birthday? Bob, what do we got?
It's June 12th.
When's she franked up?
June 12th.
June 12th would be a nice date for that.
Okay. That gives us time to plan. Really do a leader's recon.
What's the weather like in Denmark in June? Hey, Joel, you're creeping back in there. You go over to Europe
nice.
all the time. Is it nice over there?
Very nice in June, yeah. She was also born in 1929, so if we do this 4 years from now, that's her 100th birthday.
Oh, shit, dude.
That's 100, dude.
You go a hunch for fucking Frank, dude? You get a hand Frank for the Hund?
Tattoo.
Yeah. Joel, have you been to the Anne Frank house?
I have, yeah.
Oh, okay. Is there a spot to get jacked
Yeah,
off there?
and did you get jacked off
There's all
there?
kinds of spots. I didn't get jerked off there, but
You didn't.
There's all kinds of hiding spots there.
but
I was
you-
gonna say the holiday, not a good idea because on a dead day, it's like a 6-hour wait to get in.
Really?
Holy shit.
Yeah, there's lines fucking trying to get in there.
Everybody's still trying to get franked up all over the world, huh?
Yeah, you're not keeping wood for 6 hours standing in line.
Information that we had no clue about.
Yeah. Why is this such a hot spot, Joel? Is there popsicles or? Yeah. What do they have there? Is there a merch store? Be honest. Is there a fucking merch store?
Yeah,
I got franked.
there's lots of places to jerk off. That's why everybody goes there.
No, but do they give away signed copies of the book? Joel, I had to ask, okay? Because you got to keep you got to keep the lights on, you got to keep things going over there, all right? I bought some fun stuff at Ford's Theater when I was there for Abraham Lincoln, all right? When he died. So how soon is too soon, I guess. So yeah, maybe we'll pop over on the hunch, and then because I think the more people, Jared, the better, and then we can kind of just.
Well, here's the
Make a
thing.
event out of it, and by then, well, it'll be a big celebration.
Yeah, if we take a huge group over there, we can dominate the house for several hours.
Yes,
Then you can get away with anything.
and kind of just block it off.
If we had like 30 drinking bros with us in the line, all in our spot, and they didn't realize we were all together, that would be it.
We could create a wall.
Then we'd blow the door open right as I was done, and everybody would cheer.
Yeah.
We'd probably be arrested.
We'd probably get arrested. Another selfish question here. Bob, do people take selfies in there? Do they allow cameras?
Absolutely.
They do?
Yeah.
Stop it.
Dude, we had a fucking intern at Grandex back in the day that took photos at Auschwitz.
No. Well, the Auschwitz photos I've seen.
No, but like a thoughty photo.
Yeah, I've seen that too. Show me the Anne Frank photos here. Are they getting selfies in there? No fucking way. Pop that up, dude.
Eat like selfies, like making a shushing sound.
She's got huge tits too. This one. Jesus Christ.
A selfie doing like a shushing sound or eating a potato chip.
Oh my God, dude.
That'd be
this
good.
is fucked up. Holy shit. And there's people praying in front of her poster, and she's just got fucking huge tits out there. Yeesh, dude, this is dark. Well, happy birthday, Jared. All right. When's your flight?
Thank you very much.
Yes. Are you? What time's your flight to the Netherlands tomorrow?
12.
Okay. So I tell you what. Why don't you scope it out with your lady? How far is it from her house?
I'm not sure yet. I believe it's within 30 minutes or so.
Okay. Dude, just take a quick jaunt down there. Check the place out.
We'll go scope. We'll do the leader's recon. Make a little video so we can make some annotations.
Annotations? That's the word you chose?
Yeah, draw a range card. Draw a range card of the Anne Frank house.
Yeah, I mean, Jesus Christ. To be frank, no, but I tell you what. Will you send us a selfie from inside the Anne Frank house?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Okay. Perfect. Send that back. Do a recon, and then we'll go for a hundo for Anne Frank, and then we'll find a spot for you to get jacked off. All right.
I'll do it. Will do.
All right. Happy birthday. We love you, Jared Taylor. Give him a round of applause, Delco. Thank you. We love you, buddy. Bye. There it is, Jared Taylor, ladies and gentlemen. Happy 40th. And that was the first thing he sent me was the Anne Frank tattoo to get jacked off inside the Anne Frank house. Now, Bob, in this selfie photo here, is there people praying in the background? What's going on there?
Someone's just looking up at the photo, and this guy seems to be walking by. I don't think anyone's kneeling, but who knows?
I think she's just looking down at some artifact.
Well, let's go through some of the other photos and see. Is it like
photos.
just girls with big tits to do this, or is that the same woman? That's the same woman.
It's the same chick, just somewhere else in.
We don't want to see. I don't care who she is. I want to see Anne Frank.
Go to
Goddammit.
the top. Go to the top, Bob. Who's that?
He's getting lost in the sauce.
Yeah,
this
Jesus
guy?
Christ. Third down. 1, 2, 3. Boom. Who is that?
This?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Is somebody taking a photo of her inside of there?
Clearly, yeah.
There you go.
Okay. So she's looking at stuff. Now, what is that? Was that her actual vision board there?
Yeah, she would. This is before Ty Pennington, so it didn't work. He's the one that brought that magic into the world.
Because I remember watching the DVD of The Secret, which I often pop on from time to time, and you got to put pictures up as kind of a vision board there. Is one of them food? What is that? What does she have there? Can you zoom in?
With the baby?
It just looks like pictures of people.
Oh, baby pics and stuff? All right.
I think this is the victims in different stages of their lives.
Oh, fucking A, Bob. Why isn't it nicer than that? That just kind of looks like a pincushion board, you know? Man, that looks like a crime scene board. Why put that inside the house? Why not frame it? Make it look nice at least, you know? Let's see some other shots inside of this fucking thing, okay? Oh,
These are all the selfie ones. So
yeah, let's see the selfie one there. Okay, pop that up.
This is a bedroom. One of the.
Oh, is that her bedroom?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I mean, that's not terrible.
Because she didn't have a bedroom. Like they were in the attic. I thought so. This would be
whoever
whoever
was sleeping in here.
Whoever lived there. People lived there in the house.
But doesn't that look like the size of her body? I think that might be Anne's room.
Maybe.
Yeah, because she's got a little desk and everything. Zoom in on that desk. Is that glass? Do they get glass over the desk?
What do you mean, like a case?
Like
or is it
plexiglass?
Yeah,
they do. Okay, so they did the same thing at Ford's Theater across the street. So leave that picture up, Bob.
Well, that's what it's like at the book depository as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they have like this, like I don't know, some kind of glass. It's not glass; it's fucking plastic, but it's a case around it, so you can't get there.
So across the street, where Lincoln got shot, they've got the bloody pillow inside that case, so you can see where he took his last breath. And that's a nice thing. I enjoyed that. But when I went, there was no cell phones or whatever, so I didn't really take any selfies in there. I tell you what, pop on over to Ford's Theater. Can you take selfies in there? I would imagine. That place is pretty spacious. If you're looking to get jacked off, you could easily get jacked off at Ford's Theater.
Well, there's way more room there.
Yes. Oh, look at that guy. Oh, is that an Ohio State fan? Fucking A.
No.
Okay. All right, so he's taking a photo there.
Yeah, you can get up there. You could you could probably jump off the mezzanine like Lee, or what's his name? John Wilkes Booth did.
Oh, that'd be sweet.
Break your ankle.
What did he say? Insegnus Ferritine or something bullshit? I forget what it was. It was in Latin.
Sic semper tyrannis.
There you go.
Thus always to tyrants.
Yeah.
And it's what Brutus said when he stabbed Julius Caesar. Yeah. It's also tattooed on my fucking arm. What you were about to say was in vino veritas.
There you go.
Which means in wine there is truth.
Yeah. Look, I don't speak any of that, so don't really know. But that'd be a fun place. Look at that fat guy who got a selfie there. Pop him up right there. Yeah. Is he a Hawaiian shirt right there? Look at that.
You got to respect wearing a Hawaiian shirt to the fucking place where the president got murdered.
So zoom in, Bob, because I haven't been since like I was 7th grade. I'm assuming it's that box right there, right?
I think so.
All the way to the left, yeah. That's not a very far jump. He broke his leg on that height?
Landing.
What do you think, nerves?
No, he just
Nerves got the best of him?
No, he wasn't airborne. He didn't know how to keep his feet and knees together. Keep your fucking feet and knees together when you jump, goddammit.
Look at this fat bean dip here. Pop him up, dude. This looks like Fluffy, the comedian.
He does kind of look like Gabriel Iglesias. Yeah.
Holy shit, dude. Just getting selfies where people got fucking murdered, dude. My God. What's your top murdered selfie that you want? You ever thought about it?
What do you mean?
Where do you want to get a nice selfie for somebody who got murdered? I'm sure you guys have done this on softcore, right? What's one murder you'd like to go back and witness?
Witness?
Like, yeah, in real life, and pop off a selfie.
Jesus?
Yeah, obviously the crucifixion.
That's not in my top 10.
Oh, my God. What?
You don't want to go to Calvary?
It's not my... It took too long, Pop. I don't want to be there very long.
Tailgate it.
Yeah, you get to drink and see him fall
The
three times.
The weather wasn't great. Like,
Yeah, but that you know that meme scene where Jason Momoa flips out the fucking lawn chair and sits down? That's what I'm doing. I'm showing up to Jesus's crucifixion, flipping out the lawn chair, crossing my legs over, and we're like, all right, cool. We're going to see if the Jews really did this or not.
You make a day of it.
I don't think the weather was that great.
Pack some lunch.
No. Like, JFK looked like it was a nice day. Like, it was like a sunny day where they were like, all right, it's a good day for a murder. You know, there's a bunch of people out there sharing booze. That looked more like a tailgating situation. Whereas the Jesus thing, man, that took forever. How long? How long did that take him?
Dude, it
3
would
days.
be perfect weather.
3 days.
So Jesus was allegedly crucified. The traditional date is Friday, April 3rd. April weather in Jerusalem, typically between like highs in like the 70s.
Beautiful.
Low in the 54s. It's a perfect day.
Okay.
Get some wine.
Mediterranean weather.
Well, that's true. I never thought about that. You're right. It is the Mediterranean. I apologize. I was thinking it was more one of the dirtier countries, you know? Like Afghanistan or something like that.
So there was a period of darkness, a 3-hour, I believe, period of darkness in the middle of the day.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know if that was like, if that's just made up or if it was a fucking eclipse or something, but that's not the weather, right?
Okay.
Like, unless it was just like super overcast. But yeah, it's usually pretty nice that time of year.
All right.
I'm reading this, somebody said that it was cold, like kind of chilly in the morning, but it was sunny during the day.
Really?
Until the blackout.
Yeah, the low is in the, I think they said the low is usually in the mid 50s. So like a nice California
I'll
day,
tailgate
right?
that.
You
Yeah.
wake up, put a sweatshirt on, you're popping that sweatshirt off by
Yeah,
midday.
you're right. That weather's all right. Sorry about that. I had no idea it was on the
So
Mediterranean.
what we're saying
like
is that is the perfect death to show up for. Another one with nice weather, by the way, would be Caesar.
Caesar was really nice. Yep.
Mid-March in Italy.
You can get a stab in.
Oh,
Yeah, you can even-
everyone's doing it.
You could even get in there and get one in on that one.
That's true.
Right? And then the other one I would want to see is Alexander Hamilton.
Really?
Because he and Aaron Burr had a duel out there. I would have fucking tailgated that too.
I'm going to go to the chat here for this one, and they're about 40 seconds behind. Who's your favorite murder that you wanted to see? Because you know who was on my list for years?
John Benet Ramsey.
No, it wasn't JBR, actually. Although I was wearing her hat on the show yesterday. God,
I'll tell you one.
show.
What the fuck is Coop looking at? What are you looking at? Do we offend you, Coop? Huh?
Yeah, no, JBR, dude.
I'll
JBR.
tell you
He's a
one.
big JBR fan, so
know.
If you have the stomach for it,
I want to hear Coop and Joel's top 10, actually. They're fucking retarded enough to even think about this shit.
Yeah.
one historical top 10 that would be funny if you have the stomach for it.
Okay.
Dan, you know what the Brahmin bowl is?
Yeah, it's where you put somebody inside of a fucking brass bowl and set that bitch on fire.
Right. So the guy who invented that brought it to the king he invented it for and was like, I've invented this glorious new torture device. And the king was like, this is fucked up. You are fucked up for inventing this. And then threw him in there and lit the fire.
He was the first victim.
But, you know, I mean, kind of the king's fucked up too.
Yeah.
Just to be clear.
All right.
We got some breaking news, by the way. Got that reservation already.
Did you really?
Yeah.
For French Laundry?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Wasn't me.
Oh, okay.
It's homegirl.
Gotcha.
But, you know, she's
All right.
quick.
Have fun. Enjoyed it.
I will.
I heard it's delightful. All right, so I'm going through the chat here. Izaj Melody says Osama bin Laden. Yes, that would be a good one.
No, because we know, well, you know one, but I know like 4 or 5 people who are there.
Yeah.
That's not interesting to me to get, because I've already heard that story from different accounts.
But I still want to see the landing and the whole thing. That's a good one. I mean,
if you were able to watch a military,
and it's quick,
like an elite,
quick.
like a
It's
tier
quick
1 military operation come off, and you could just watch from the grandstands, that would be dope. And under any circumstances, that would be dope.
But that one in particular would be fun. Let's see.
I would like to go to Franz Ferdinand's assassination because it was such a fucking
Just to see
shit
who
show.
did it?
No, it was a princip, but he was just eating a sandwich, and they turned down the wrong alleyway, and he was just a fucking.
One of our listeners in the studio shaking his head. He's agreeing with you, by the way. So yeah, he says
dude,
yes.
That'd be
Franz Ferdinand should have got away like 12 times. They like had a failed bomb go off. It was such a shit show.
Yeah. And by the way, that one too, great vibes because the Princip was eating a sandwich at a cafe.
Just chilling.
So you could just show that cafe, drink some wine all day, wait for fucking...
Well, you could have a
Ferdinand
conversation with Princip.
You can talk to him, yeah. You
It's
can
all
order
about
him
the
a
vibes,
sandwich.
dude.
Wasn't he in
It's all about the
wasn't
vibe.
he in a car with like 3 generals or some shit like that too?
It was his wife. For
His
sure,
wife
'cause
and
his
like,
wife got it.
or maybe it was 2 generals. There were like the guy driving the car and the guy in the front passenger seat. I think were both generals.
Yeah.
Terrible of LA.
Like, where's your security, bro? You know what another good one would be?
Frightening me, says Grizzly Man. So I say no on that one only because I don't care about the man. Like, I've got to care about the person. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to, it's got to be, it's got to mean something.
Somebody that
to
you
me.
can empathize with, which is why I was going to say Hitler.
Oh, in the bunker?
Yeah. Hitler and David Braun murdering themselves.
Yes.
And however that went down. I would like to see that.
That's a good one.
Years later in Brazil, actually.
Yeah. He probably died in his sleep in Brazil, right?
That's a dangerous right-wing MAGA conspiracy theory.
All right, fine. He died on the moon.
Yeah.
Do you think he died in Brazil?
Yes.
Antarctica.
I think he did too.
Nah, he got it in that bunker.
You think so?
Yeah, there's tons of evidence that that's the case. It's the best case.
I don't know.
Look, that's the type of thing where if you want to prove it, that needs to be like proven. Proven. I need like overwhelming evidence.
Jimmy Long, Brosman Award winner, saying Hoffa, no interest to me.
No, I would like to see Hoffa because we don't know how it went down.
I think it was just a simple whack job and then boom, cement somewhere. Like to me, that I think that's
here's the problem. I used to subscribe to that theory, but here's the problem. We have GPR now, ground penetrating radar, and they could find him now with that. And nobody's made an attempt so far as I know, but you could use ground GPR to look underneath the fucking stadium there where he's allegedly buried, and you would be able to tell.
Well, they did that and they said it wasn't in the stadium.
So he's not then.
Yeah.
So you know, just to know, the murder itself, as you put it, is probably pretty boring. It would be the after part, like where they stashed the body. That's the only thing I care about is where he is. So that wouldn't count either.
Okay,
that's not a good one.
Axe Crocker 88 is saying I do MLK.
I mean, MLK was shot in front of a bunch of people
in a hotel across the street.
Yeah.
Well, he was on the hotel balcony.
Oh no, I'm sorry. That's Malcolm X was shot in front of a bunch of people.
Yeah. Now, that would be fun.
So is MLK. There were people with him.
Yeah, but it wasn't like in a public place
Yeah.
like Malcolm X.
Yeah.
I mean, he was in a fucking speaking hall or something. They just walked in and shotgun.
I think though that would be fun because you're in the middle of something and then boom, it happens and then you were there. Like RFK would be a good one. Casey Anthony's kids, Womb Raider, no desire. I think it was just a Xanax and then truck in the car.
You can watch RFK get murdered I think it's on YouTube.
Yeah,
Yes.
it is. Yeah,
And it's great. And you're like, holy shit, what if you were there? That'd be, that's a cool story. It's kind of like seeing Barry Bonds, break the record or something.
Yeah.
Let's see. JFK, yes, that's a great one for me. Beautiful day in Dallas. All-day events. That would be a fun one. And then they were kind of looking for him throughout the city.
Yeah.
That would be a good one.
Any of the blood-eagled people? I mean, if you could stand it.
Blood-eagled one. What's that? Oh, no. I couldn't do that one.
We've gone over this.
Yeah, I can't do that.
You just pull the rib cage out of their lungs out of their back.
Can't do it.
David Koresh was just a fire, bro. I mean, that's like, you could watch that on TV too right now. You just can't see inside of the building, obviously.
Yeah.
Pompeii would be wild. Yeah, so Pompeii was tracked across.
But how long did it last?
Pompeii?
Yeah.
No, not. I don't know if Sarah said Pompeii. I don't know if she means the
act.
I don't know the person.
Pompey
Pompey
Magnus.
Magnus.
Oh.
So
gotcha.
Pompey Magnus fled Rome after he lost in the south to Caesar, fled over to Egypt, and some Roman centurion caught him and cut his head off.
Okay.
On behalf of the Ptolemaic people in Egypt, right? So that wouldn't have been that great either. Saddam, he just got hanged. You can see footage of that on the internet.
Yeah, we saw that, and his head popped off.
Yeah,
that was fun.
He kind of went out like a badass, right? He just shut up and get it over with.
Even during the trial, he was just like, "Shut the fuck up."
Dude, Saddam went out like a fucking G. As much as people dislike him, obviously, he went out like a fucking G, and his head popped off too. Jeffrey Epstein wanted in the chat. That's a great one because to hang yourself by yourself in jail has got to be difficult, and he was tall.
Yeah, well, it's also difficult to make sure that the guards are on break and that the cameras are off. How did Jeffrey Epstein pull all of that?
So that's a really good one, dude. Because
just to know what actually happened, that would be cool. Yeah,
I want to know the answer to
that. Be fair, not just Jesus' crucifixion, but the resurrection as well, because we don't know exactly what happened, but the story is that there were 2 Roman centurions and a giant stone rolled in front of this cave, and then I think, Bob, if I'm not mistaken, that the centurions fell asleep, but that's probably an analogy for getting fucked up on booze or some shit.
Yeah.
Right. And then woke up and the body was missing.
Yeah.
You know, something like that. I would like to see what really happened there. That would be cool.
So when he returned, though, Bob, where was that?
Who, Jesus?
Yeah.
Thomas was the one that saw him.
Where?
Thomas was the doubter. He was one. So Jesus started showing up, and people didn't recognize him.
Why not?
But he was like an apparition, right? He wasn't like a fully.
No, he's a full person.
But they just didn't recognize him for some reason.
Thomas had to finger him.
Yeah.
Whoa. He touched the body.
He put his fingers inside the
fingered
wounds on his wrist.
He fingered Jesus' holes.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, I know nothing about the Bible.
You got to read it, dude.
I'll get to it.
It's pretty dope.
I still got I got most of the series of John Grisham to get through, but and then I'll get to that.
Aaron says
Che Guevara. Did he have a crazy death? Who's that?
Yeah, I'll talk about that in a sec. Cleopatra.
Introvert madness.
Cleopatra and Mark Antony just killed themselves with snake poison, I believe.
Yeah, that's a boring one.
Or no, Mark killed himself. Had a
Roman
centurion
way,
killed him. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, she poisoned her kids and then herself.
Aaron Hernandez is a good one. Aaron for 420.
I mean, he just hung himself. There's no real conspiracy around that.
There's not a conspiracy, but he did cut himself open and then write a full scripture in blood on the wall before hanging himself.
Yeah.
So that one's not bad.
Yeah. So Che Guevara, what's his name? Felix Hernandez or something, I think his name is. Just walked over. He was a Cuban dissident that became one of the very early Special Activities Division operators. And he's still alive, by the way. He had him tied up to a chair and was going back and forth with Washington about this or that. And then finally they're like, all right, we're done with him. And he just walked over and boom, blew his fucking brains out.
Che Guevara?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Che sucked. He fucking maybe worst person in history, just between what he believed in and
he was a real piece of shit.
Yeah. Princess Di, that'd be interesting.
Lady Di, well, the interior that's I'm all right on that one. Kurt Cobain is a good one.
Yeah, but
somebody
Princess
said Kurt Cobain. I just want to see who did that because I don't think it was him.
I don't think Diana was killed in a car accident. That's all, or it was caused by something else.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a conspiracy.
Felix Rodriguez, excuse me.
She was taken out.
Okay. Pablo Escobar.
I mean, we saw him get killed.
Yeah, we saw him.
I mean, I don't know if you actually see the evidence, but you see people popping through his windows with assault rifles and shit.
Huey Newton. That one I think I know. Bob Saget, somebody said. No, he just fell on a marble.
What about
floor.
Huey Lewis in the news?
He's still alive.
Shit.
Now, the news, I think, is dead. I think the news is actually dead.
That sucks for them.
Let's see who else is on here. God damn, there's a lot. Jesse James. Yeah, that'd be a good one.
I don't actually remember the story of his death. Was it a shoot? I mean, a gunfight for sure.
No,
right?
no. He was just shot in the back of the head by the coward Robert Ford.
Oh, that's
allegedly,
right.
right?
Yeah, but probably.
So
Tupac, we know what happened too. The conspiracy was that they didn't catch the actual killer until until fucking 25 years later.
Right.
But we know he was sitting at a fucking traffic stop and got lit the fuck up in his car. Right.
Jackie Jean is saying Anthony Bourdain. That was another hanging. All right, Tommy Valentino, Nicole Simpson. So it's a true story. I was one of those people who was on board for that. I just finished watching that OJ doc on Netflix. Talked a little bit about it on Ross Patterson Revolution a few weeks ago. It was the first time, by the way. Did you watch it yet?
No.
It was the first time that anybody has ever said that he did it, and it was his agents. And he said, you can just fast forward to like the last 20 minutes of the doc if you want to, because you already know the rest of the shit. But the last 20 minutes, he had an agent that was like Tiger's agent who just took the literal secrets to the grave.
Yeah.
And he did the interview after OJ died, and he goes, did he ever tell you? And he goes, when they bankrupted his house and he had to sell the house, he goes, we both had our feet in the pool. We were sitting out by the pool. The whole house was packed up.
Just two dudes, man.
Yeah, just watching the sunset, and he was talking about all the memories he had there with Nicole and the kids and everything else. And the agent turned to him and he said, "I got to know the answer. Did you do it? Did you murder Nicole?" And he goes, he said there was a long silence, and then OJ looked off into the distance and he just said, if she wouldn't have answered the door with that fucking knife, he goes, none of this would have happened. And that was the first time I'd ever heard anyone close to OJ, related to OJ, anything, admit it. And then the guy said he dropped him as a client. After that, it never works with him again. But he did take that fucking secret to the literal grave. And after hearing that, now I don't really want to go back and watch that one. Like, I don't have any, you know?
Yeah.
Kind of all good on that.
I don't care.
That crime scene was gruesome.
Yeah, it was pretty rough.
Oh, this is a good one. Khashoggi.
Oh, Khashoggi. Holy shit. Who said that in the chat? Give them their credits. Yes. That one would be fucking insane.
Jake Farm. Yeah, I don't think you would want to see that.
What do you think it was?
Power tools, probably.
Yeah, they cut him up.
Shit.
Yeah.
But like, what kind? Was it like a handsaw?
Yeah, just a bone saw.
Oh man, dude. Because the screams and all that other shit I heard. I played that audio. Did you play it?
Yeah. A couple of people have said Rasputin now, which is actually pretty interesting because he survived so many assassination attempts.
Shot, poisoned.
He was shot, poisoned with cyanide. Also, what was the other ones?
Electrocuted?
Drowning. His autopsy report doesn't mention poison or drowning, but instead concluded that he was shot in the head at close range. But he had been like multiple assassination attempts before they finally got him. So I'd like to see how that went down.
Okay. Tommy Valentino saying Carol Baskin's husband. He's alive. They found him alive. Matthew
they did
Perry
find him,
would be
yeah.
interesting. No. Jackie Jean. No. Matthew Perry wouldn't be interesting.
He was
K-hole.
Yeah, he was just in a K-hole in a fucking hot tub, which is always stupid.
And
he died the same way that Whitney Houston and her daughter died, basically, right? Just different drugs, but still fucking tragic and sad and everything, but not particularly interesting.
If you were going super dark, those Manson murders were fucking dark, dude. Jesus Christ.
The Sharon Tate thing was about as fucked up as a murder's ever been, I think.
My God, dude. To this day, that's one on that list.
Chris Benoit.
Or
Phil Hartman.
Who said that?
Or the reverse, which is Phil Hartman, right?
Well, the Phil Hartman one, they made a doc on. I watched it with my wife, and God, that's dark because she went in and shot the kids too.
No,
Yeah. So did
Or,
Benoit.
I'm sorry, the kids were sleeping, and then she went in and shot Hartman.
Yeah,
and killed herself.
But Benoit killed the kids, then his wife.
Yes.
You don't want to watch the
No.
No,
Well, you hit him with the crippler crossface.
Crippler.
Man, dude, that's dark. No, I don't want to see that shit. I don't want to see that shit at all. I don't even know how we get started on that with Anne Frank, dude. How do we get down this rabbit hole?
Who was the first who would you want to see a replay of assassination? And we all said Jesus.
Yeah, that's right.
I think it was the first. Well, Bob and I both said Jesus.
Yeah, Jesus number one.
So the resurrection, Bob, that's what I want to know. I want to see him come back.
Didn't Superfly Snuka also kill somebody?
Allegedly. I think he got off of that one, though.
Oh, you know, there's one I would want to see where B.J. Baldwin shot that dude. He and his wife, his wife were.
I don't know if I know this one.
They were in a Taco Bell parking lot, just probably fucking coming home from somewhere, bar or some shit, getting Taco Bell on the way home, and some dude tried to fucking rush their vehicle with a car. And I don't know if you know anything about BJ, but he's a competitive handgun shooter, and he fucking skinned it and popped this dude like 8 times.
No shit.
Yeah, it was like, 2 or 3 summers ago, something like that. I'd like to see that one just because he's a very professional shooter, and he lit that motherfucker up.
Wow. Okay.
And also his wife is a professional shooter as well, so it could have gone doubly bad for that dude.
Interesting.
Marie Antoinette, maybe. Old Yeller, that's funny. If you want old Yeller, just go hang out with fucking
Christy
the DHS secretary.
Yeah.
She'll fucking kill one eventually.
Yeah. By the way, breaking news here on ABC. Judge says dismantling of USAID was unconstitutional. Orders Musk to restore access to employees. What the fuck's the story with all these people trying to pull this bullshit?
Yeah, I mean, they're just going to elevate it to the upper courts as quickly as possible, and that's going to get overturned. The president in Article 2 of the Constitution has supreme authority over how he handles the executive branch. None of this is going to stand.
No, I don't get it, man. I don't get it. And it's proving that it's working. So what's the fucking story here? I don't understand.
Yeah, that's another thing. I talked about this on Andy's show yesterday, but what we always talk about, decentralization and individualism, and how beneficial it is, not just over time, but like even immediately. So the Biden administration killed 250 million egg-laying hens because there might be some bird flu somewhere, right? Like 12 birds got sick with bird flu, so they killed 250 million egg-laying hens. And really, they only did it to make egg prices go up, to make Trump look bad That's literally the only reason, because it doesn't make any sense to do what they did.
Sure.
And for the first month and a half of the Trump administration, all you heard was, "Why our egg price is still high? Why it's still high?" And then we had about a 2 or 3 week period where people went out and started. It was the largest, like, collective purchase of individually owned egg producing hens by private citizens ever. And 1.5 weeks went by, and a 47% decrease in egg prices in 1.5 weeks.
Yeah.
That is the power of your sovereignty and individuality. Just want you to know that.
Yeah, nobody's talking about eggs anymore. It's funny, man. As soon as all this shit gets fixed, nobody talks about it. The media doesn't talk about it. They don't praise anybody, nothing. And egg prices are totally fucking normal. I bought some yesterday. So I don't really fucking get it here.
Yeah, that shit's over.
Yeah, it is. It is. What a weird fucking day, man. God damn it, man.
Not that
I was
weird.
not expecting that today.
Got an interview or a reservation at French Laundry.
Look at
Talked
you.
about death.
Yeah.
Which is not unusual for us.
Would you go on Gavin Newsom's podcast if he asked you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Light his ass up.
Yeah. It'd be fun. It'd be fun. I love how, obviously everybody's calling it the podcast election, and now they're trying to do podcasts to do it there.
Well, the problem is they don't have any messaging. Like, you have to have both. You have to have the medium. You have to meet people where they're listening to stuff. But you also have to have something to say. And "it wasn't my fault," or "we made some mistakes, but I'll do better next time," is not a real message.
Yeah. Yeah. You weren't here yesterday, but I'll go ahead and reshare it with you. We got our first no from HBO. They said they couldn't insure Gary.
That's fair.
And to be fair, they don't know how much longer they're going to be network either. And they were like, "We don't want this guy to end it. We want to pop out a couple more Game of Thrones." But yeah. I said, fair enough. I understand that. They said they would be willing to offer 2 producers, though, to follow him around and give him notes. And I go, that's not going to happen.
Yeah, we're all set on that.
No,
we don't need your corporate fucking advice, bud.
We're
all
just going to
set.
keep making them.
Thank you. It's not 1995. Real sex isn't a thing anymore. You guys haven't done reality in a very long time.
And because a couple of our listeners were like, "Oh, why would you guys sell?" I was like, "We're not selling out. We just have our own terms if they want to do it. If not, fuck off. We don't really give a shit." All right, now's the point of the show. We get to the Drinkin' Bro of the Week. Bob, go to drinkinbros.com. The store's on fire here. Everybody's wearing these Golf America shirts. I've got mine on today. I love it. And those jackets. Go to the jackets, too. Everybody's buying the Drinkin' Bros jacket there. I love these old school baseball jackets. There's a select few of them that are out there, and they're just as dope. They're from the 80s. So it's that same satin from the 80s. My only note to you is just order it a size bigger than you think, because it is that old school material. But goddamn, this turned out very, very nice. And then the Drinkin' Bros box is out. It is lovely. And we also have the Drinkin' Bro submission form there for Drinkin' Bro of the Week. You can send that to us. It gets emailed to us live on air. However, we would love to see your smiling faces in front of us. If you are in Austin, Texas, please join us on the show. Come on down, sir. You can come on up here on the show and join us. A couple other people don't want to be seen today, and that's fine. I also understand that as well, okay? Look at you. You got that old school hat. I love that hat, by the way.
Thanks, Ross.
Pop this about an inch from your face. There you go. I love those old school velvet hats with the rope on them, man. We're trying to make some Drinkin' Bros ones like that.
Y'all should get one.
I'm a big fan of those, dude. What team is that?
TCU.
TCU. You a big TCU guy?
I went to TCU.
Did you?
It's
really?
hard to be a big TCU guy.
I know.
So yeah, wife and I both went to TCU.
We played you guys a few years ago at Jerry World. Dan and I were at that game. Ohio State did.
I was at the LSU game at Jerry World.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that didn't go well for you guys.
It did not. It did not. Particularly
I had a fun time.
Particularly the LSU fans.
I had a fun time at the Ohio State game, but yeah. Yeah, man. Tell everybody your name.
My name's Clay.
Hey, welcome to the show, Clay.
Appreciate it.
How long you been listening?
I think since 2019, right around COVID lockdown, before y'all moved to Texas.
Dude, we hear a lot of that, actually.
Yeah.
Because we were on daily. We were the only ones doing entertainment at that time. And yeah, A lot of people say that to us, so that's interesting.
I never listened to podcasts. Everybody was like podcast. And I was like, why? Like, I'm not going to listen to podcasts, listen to music. And then y'all were really the first podcast that I ever listened to. So
that's awesome, man. Well, we appreciate it.
Yeah.
We appreciate it, and we're working on a video deal with Spotify here, so that might be coming up.
Excited about it. That's where I listen. I listen on Spotify.
Do you really?
Yeah.
So a lot of people do, man.
Yeah.
When we first started, it was 97% was iTunes, and now it's about 54 to 46, somewhere in there for iTunes and Spotify.
Yeah, their video works great, like with Rogan and stuff.
Really
it
good.
Really good.
So yeah,
so much better than YouTube.
Yeah, they're signing the top 10 shows there, and they're not going to restrict us like YouTube.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
pretty fun.
Nice. Good
pretty
luck.
fun. We're working on it. We'll let you know the deets as soon as it clears legal here. I see it popping up in the background. The lawyers are like, "Hey, man, we're getting close." So
that's awesome.
Yeah. Who do you want to give Drinkin' Bro of the Week to?
So I got two. So first, so today is my twin brother and I's 40th birthday. Got reminded that it's
Congratulations,
and
it's Jared's birthday. Yeah.
Yeah. So
cheers to you guys.
Yeah, appreciate it.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So my brother
is
Cliff,
he identical?
Yeah. Shout out to Cliff. He's my identical twin brother. And
how does that work? Do you guys ever fuck the same girl?
No.
Come on.
No, we haven't. With different taste.
Never switched it up.
No. So my wife actually one time accidentally approached him from behind and like did the whole wrapped him up, hey baby, and then he turned his head and was really awkward. And that's the closest it's ever come. Yeah.
But you guys didn't test it out in high school or college or anything?
No, we were completely different. Like in college, we went to different states and. Yeah.
God damn! Yeah. I would have given that a go just once, you know.
Yeah.
Just to like somebody you didn't like, where you're like, "Hey man, I'm breaking up with this girl. You want a shot at her?" You know.
Yeah. No, never transpired.
Too nice of people. Let me ask you this, since you're here.
Yeah.
My wife's out of town. She has a fear of identical twins. Creeps her out.
Yeah.
Have you heard that?
I mean, it kind of creeps me out.
Does it really?
It's weird. So we're actually we're identical, but we're also what's called mirror image. So I'm right-handed, he's left-handed. If we had cowlicks, they swirl the opposite directions. If I have a freckle on my right side, it's on his left side. So we used to get invited to all these twin studies and everything growing up because it's like super rare.
No shit.
Yeah.
That's
We
wild.
had the whole language, private language thing when we were toddlers before we actually spoke. So all the tropes.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
And at least you're a good-looking dude too.
I appreciate that.
It'd be weird if you had two really ugly, fucking identical twins. You'd be like, Jesus Christ, did I need two of you guys?
Yeah, I can't take any credit for that.
Yeah. Well, cheers to you, man. Thanks for coming down.
Yeah, I got my second one is actually my wife. So super, obviously she's super hot, way out of my league, super cool. Put up with 2 tours to Iraq and Afghanistan, and then it kind of got worse from there. But things have gotten better, and I appreciate her for letting me come to Drinkin' Bros on my 40th birthday. So
how did it get worse? Do you mind me asking?
A lot of not for
personal shit.
Not for public consumption.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I didn't know if it was like overseas. Or...
No. Once I got out, yeah.
Oh, gotcha. How long have you guys been together?
We've been married a little over 15 years.
Shit, I'm approaching that as well.
Yeah. 4 kids and
3 kids.
Man, she's awesome. Yeah,
that's great. Cheers, man.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Cheers to her and cheers to you. Shit, you want to take a 12-pack for your birthday?
Sure, I'll take one. Yeah.
Awesome, man. Are you driving back somewhere?
So we actually are in an Airbnb like a mile and a half down the road here.
No shit.
Yeah, I had no idea. I'd been to your old studio like in town.
Yeah.
And
the one we were renting downtown?
Yeah, this is a big upgrade, man.
You think? So we own this.
Yeah, this is
the
awesome.
other one we were renting while this was getting renovated.
Yeah.
And Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
man.
this is a big upgrade. So we were just looking for a place to bring the kids for spring break, and we like the Austin area. We live about 4 hours away in East Texas.
That's awesome.
And so booked it, and we were heading into town yesterday, and I saw the sign, and I was like, I had no idea. For some reason, I thought y'all were out by the F1 track.
No, it's too far.
Yeah. So we're literally like right down the road, and she was like, "Yeah, you should go." So
that's dope, dude. Yeah, it's one of those things where we try to make it close enough for guests.
Yeah,
because a lot of people stay downtown or out in Dripping Springs or whatever. So
super easy. I was expecting there to be a lot of people here for spring break and everything, so I'm glad I got it come up here all by myself.
No,
so
it's fucking rad, man. Yeah, there was some people in here earlier, and people kind of filter in and out throughout the day, have some drinks, and that's what it should be.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, you guys built this, so we're super grateful, man.
It's cool to see y'all succeed. I'm really happy for you guys.
Thank you, man. We're trying every day.
Yeah.
It's a struggle, I can tell you that.
I can tell. Keep at it, though.
Because I think you heard me behind the scenes, and I was just like, the business end sucks.
Yeah.
The rest of it's a fucking blast. I mean, all we do is talk about seeing our favorite murders all day.
Right.
Who do you want to see murdered?
I was saying Cobain.
Yeah. Same, dude, where it's just like, who did that?
Yeah, to see
I don't think it was him.
Yeah, see if a certain someone needs to should be in jail or not.
I think it was I don't think it was her. I think there was a guy watching the house, and I think she made the call, and she was like, "Hey, dude, go up there and end this." And I think it was all because of the royalties, because the rumor was they were getting divorced, and she would have lost all those royalties, and instead, with the publishing rights, because he wrote all those songs, all that fucking money went to her.
Yeah.
And so little by little over the years, she's been selling off bits and pieces of the catalog just to stay alive. So
I've always wondered if Grohl knows.
Oh, Dave?
Yeah.
I bet he does.
Yeah.
I bet he does. If we ever had him on the show, I'd love to ask him, but yeah, he's got his own problems right now.
Yeah, he does.
But he's reuniting them. He got for the Fires. He got
I saw that.
Yeah, the entire band got together, and then his daughter sang for Cobain on stage.
Yeah,
so that's
pretty cool.
Yeah, it was cool to see. But I bet he knows the answer.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he hasn't said.
I bet there's some legal issues.
Yes, I bet there is too.
Yeah. He likes those royalties too.
No shit. No shit. I wonder if he gets any though.
Yeah, he's credited on those at least like Nevermind and Utero, like those
a couple songs.
Yeah, no, I think because he was second drummer, right? Last two albums.
Yeah, but you don't get it's the person who wrote it, not playing the instruments, and that's what's fucked. So like for Creedence Clearwater Revival, Fogerty sang every single song, but the band wrote the music, and they never cut him in on any of the royalties. And to this day, he's been like, fuck you. And I think he fought him for 40 years, and he just got the rights back last year, which is a bitch. I mean, it's terrible. So,
sucks.
Yeah, weird, man.
Yeah.
It's a weird show today.
Good show. Glad I was here.
Live on YouTube. Love you, man. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for letting me have you.
Appreciate you guys at home for tuning in, all right? Hopefully this dust storm gets better and my voice will kind of pick back up here. It's not even like I'm fucking sick, for Christ's sakes. It's just a goddamn dust bowl. Like it's the 1800s. Go to iTunes, rate the show 5-star, and leave a quick review. Also, head on over to Spotify. It's just a 5-star, and you can walk away. For D'Anthony Hollaway, I'm Ross Patterson. This is the Drinkin' Bros Podcast. Good night, everyone.